Hi friends, today we're going to talk about the song Love Somebody, which is a super fun singing game that you can use to teach 16th notes, to teach do, mi, so patterns, and it's just a really good time. My kids absolutely love it, and it was kind of an underdog. I didn't think it was going to be super popular, but we've fallen in love. So here we go, the lovely song Love Somebody. It goes. Love somebody, yes I do. Love somebody, yes I do. Love somebody, yes I do. Love somebody and it may be you. So this song is really cute, perfect for like Valentine's Day, but honestly you could use it anytime, and I do use it anytime. Actually, I used it originally, I was going to use it for Valentine's Day, and then things went crazy, and then I ended up using it in like May instead. And you know what? It worked out just fine. So this song has a singing game that goes along with it. I'm gonna tell you the like original singing game and then like how we do it instead, because I like my version better. And so that way, you know, you have the authentic and the non-authentic. So the authentic way to play the singing game is that the students are supposed to sit in a circle, and one of them thinks of a name of another student, and then the kids have 3 guesses to see if they can guess who that kid is thinking of. I just saw so many opportunities for cheating in this game that I was like, that's not how I want to do it. So instead what we did is, I was originally going to take like a little like foam heart or something, but I could never remember to actually get that, so I used like an eraser, and I have one kid go up to the front of the room and they face the wall and close their eyes. While we sing, I go put the eraser in somebody's hands. At the end of the song, we all close our hands. And then the kid in the front has 3 guesses to see if they can figure out who has it. So everybody has to either try to not look suspicious or try to look suspicious to throw them off guard. I like this one for 4th and 5th grade, by the way, because they can actually like kind of trick each other into thinking that they have it by looking suspicious, and it's hilarious. So typically we do at the very end. On you, we usually all close our hands and the kid turns around and has 3 guesses. Then typically what I do is, if the student guesses correctly, then they get to choose who the next person that holds the eraser is. If they do not choose correctly, then I pick somebody else. So that's like kind of an added benefit of if you win. And then whoever was holding the eraser is the new person that goes to the front. This game is really, really fun. 1, it will keep them entertained for a very long time. Yay. 2, it's very calm, and you know, I like calm. I love a good, fun, you know, crazy game, but I also really enjoy calm games. So this is a nice calm one that will keep them entertained for a while. You can play it in their classrooms. So like testing season's coming up, if you happen to be, you know, going into teachers' classrooms during testing season, or you need something that's quiet, this is a good quiet game. Also great for if you're in their classrooms instead of in your classroom. And just, yeah, it's a really fun one, and it's just really great. So when I go to teach this, my whole like sequence for teaching is I typically start with the body percussion. I did this originally because I was worried that they were going to be weird about the like love somebody and be like, oh, love somebody, because you know, 4th graders, but they did not seem phased about it at all. And actually they kept telling me this song is very catchy, so they really, really like this one. So what we do is, I just typically we did like some other body percussion activity, and then going into this song I'm like, great, we're gonna do some more body percussion, I want you to follow me. And so I just go through the rhythm, and I pat the 16th notes, I snap the 8th notes, and I clap the quarter notes. So I'll do and so we'll go through that a couple of different times, and then I'll add the song on, and by then they're not weirded out by the words because they're, you know, not preoccupied. So then we go through it a few times so they can hear how it goes, and then we'll play the game. And then typically in another lesson we'll pull it back out. Sometimes we'll play the game first, and then we will add some instruments. So I add instruments along with different rhythms so that we're like isolating, identifying different rhythms and talking about those. It's also great if you're introducing those 16th notes. I use this one to practice, but you could use it to introduce. And so I used rhythm sticks for the 8th notes, the drums for the quarter notes, and shakers for the 16th notes. And so what we would do is we would go through it with the body percussion, and then I'd be like, great, we're gonna play a couple instruments today. I'm gonna start by just the 8th notes, and I'll ask them, I'm like, how many 8th notes are up on the board? And they'll count and tell me. And I'm like, great. So what's gonna happen is, just on those snaps, I'm gonna have some people play the 8th notes on the rhythm sticks. They're not playing anything else, just that part. And I'll have a couple people, I'll usually figure out, you know, what's like a third of the class, and I'll let them choose, like, if this is the first instrument you wanna play, raise your hand. And I'll pick, you know, 6 or 8 or however many of them, and bring them up to the front carpet, because I have 3 carpets, which makes nice 3 instruments. Perfect. So I'll put them on the front carpet and have them play just those 8th notes. And everybody else is still clapping, stopping, patting. Then I'll say, great. The next group is gonna play the egg shakers. The egg shakers are gonna play on the 16th notes. How many times are the egg shakers gonna play? And they're like, oh, once, or they say 4 times, you know, depending on how you wanna do that. And either way I take it. And so then I'll have a couple kids doing the egg shakers, and they just play on that buddy and it. And that's the only time they play. And then I have another group that plays the drums, and they play the drums on the quarter notes. So they play, you know, all of the quarter notes on the end. And so then we'll put it together. I typically will take like either an actual baton or like just a pointer, and I'll point to them when it's their turns, and we'll go through it twice, and then we'll swap so that they get to play everything. And then on another day, I'll pull it back out and we'll work on the do, mi, so pattern. So we'll play the do, mi, so on our heads, and I'll just have them play that part. And then I'll swap to, we'll take out a glockenspiel, and I'll play just the do, mi, so pattern. So really emphasizing which parts I'm playing, and I'll have the kids pretend to play along with me. Then I'll let them get either on xylophones or on glockenspiels, and I'll have them practice for a while, and then we'll try it all together. I like to have them do this in groups because 1, they enjoy group work, so anytime I can let them do group work, I'm here for it. Number 2, then you don't need as many instruments because they can share, so you have, and they can kind of help each other, which is also really nice. And so we'll do those patterns, and then we'll sing it together. And then if we have time, sometimes a new day, we'll work on the other sections in between, which are a little bit harder, and typically they need a lot more help with that. So I'll put like the notes on the board of actual, like, you know, whatever the letters are. I can't think of it now. You can also add in chord changes. So because it really is like 1 5 1 5 basically all the way through, you can play those on the glockenspiels or on the xylophones. You could have half the kids play the do, mi, so patterns, you can have the other half play the like 5 chord patterns, or you can do like boom whackers and have one group being the 1 chord and one group being the 5 chord and have them swap. You can also put it if you have like pianos. We did this on pianos where we practiced switching between chords. We start with root chords, so we just do like C and G, and then we'll add in the rest of the letters if they are prepared for it. Or you can use this one for ukuleles. I actually use this one for pianos and then again for ukuleles, because you can really simply play 2 chords on that. So lots of different ways you can do this. If you are wanting to use it for some of those things, I will link down below. I'll have the free sheet music you can download totally free that you can grab, so if you just want to print this one out. And then I also will link, I have a whole TBT lesson that is like all the visuals you need, that includes all of the how to like teach the 16th notes part. It has all of the like the chord changes and the do, mi, so parts, and it also includes all of the, and it also includes like game directions, as well as there's like a digital version of the game you can use just in case, you know, you need something else to occupy the children. So I will link that down below. It has like all of the visuals to make life really easy, that all you need to do is grab it, throw it up on the screen, and you're good to go. So I love this song. I would love to hear how you use this song, so let me know that down in the comments. And I can't wait for you to try it because your kids are gonna love it. So thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.